The swing set creaked. Empty. Emily was gone. 1 minute, a flash of red sneakers chasing butterflies in the park. The next, silence. Heavy, suffocating silence. A lone red mitten lay abandoned in the grass, a tiny forgotten flag of childhood. Days bled into weeks. Hope, once a beacon, flickered and waned. Missing posters plastered on every lamppost stared back with Emily's sweet, innocent smile. Her eyes, wide and blue, seemed to ask a question no one could answer. Where had she gone? Search parties combed through the woods, their calls echoing through the dense trees. A desperate plea, swallowed by the woods' indifference. The woods, a place of shadows and whispers, kept its secrets close. A dark, impenetrable wall of trees holding its breath. The park, once filled with Emily's laughter, now lay shrouded in a perpetual twilight. The empty swing set groaned in the wind, a mournful reminder of the girl who had vanished. Time, a relentless tide, marched on. Years, not days, had passed. The posters, bleached by the sun, grew tattered, ghosts of a fading memory. Emily's disappearance, a cold case, unsolved, yet whispers lingered. Mothers hushed their children's laughter as they passed the park. The swing set remained still, but some swore they heard the phantom echo of a child's giggle on the breeze. The police, their initial fervor dampened by time, reviewed the scant evidence. Grainy security footage from the park entrance, a fleeting glimpse of red sneakers, then nothing. The camera angle, frustratingly obstructed by a swaying tree branch. Theories abounded, each more outlandish than the last. Alien abduction, a portal to another dimension, the truth, elusive as smoke, remained shrouded in mystery. Emily had simply vanished, erased. Then, on the 10th anniversary of her disappearance, a breakthrough. A new witness. A woman, her face etched with guilt and fear, came forward. She had been at the park that day, she claimed, hidden from view. She described a man, tall and shadowy, lurking near the edge of the woods. He had been watching Emily, she said, his eyes cold and predatory. Then, in a blink, they were both gone, swallowed by the woods. The police, skeptical yet desperate, returned to the woods. Years of decay had only deepened the air of oppressive silence. They searched, hoping against hope, for any sign, any trace of Emily. The footage, reviewed countless times, yielded a chilling detail. Zooming in on the darkened edge of the woods, a faint outline shimmered. A figure, barely discernible, stood among the trees, watching. Section 4. An impossible return. 10 years to the day, a figure emerged from the woods. A young girl, her red sneakers dusty but familiar. It was Emily. Unchanged. Time seemed to have stood still. Her eyes, once bright and full of life, now held a chilling emptiness. She spoke little, her voice a hollow whisper. Where had she been? What had she seen? The questions swirled around her, unanswered. She drew strange pictures, dark, swirling images of tunnels and eyes. Eyes that followed you, watched you from every corner of the page. Eyes that seemed to hold ancient, unknowable secrets. The joy of her return was tainted by an unsettling unease. Emily was back, but something was different. Something was wrong. She was a puzzle box, locked tight, her secrets hidden deep within. Section 5. Silent Eyes. Life with Emily was a tapestry of normalcy and dread. She went through the motions of a normal teenager, but the shadow of the woods clung to her. Her silence was a living presence, a suffocating weight in the air. She spent hours staring into the mirror, her reflection staring back with chilling indifference. What did she see in its depths? Herself? Or something else? Something cold and unblinking. The eyes in her drawings multiplied, staring out from every surface. Notebooks, walls, even the bathroom mirror. Silent witnesses to a horror unseen. A constant, unnerving reminder that Emily's story wasn't over. Her parents, overjoyed at her return, tried to ignore the chills that ran down their spines whenever she looked at them. Her eyes, once filled with laughter, now reflected a bottomless abyss. Their daughter was back, but what had returned with her? Section 6. The mirror's message. And then, just as suddenly as she had returned, Emily was gone again, vanished. The only clue, a chilling message scrawled across the bathroom mirror, written backwards in the same hand as her drawings. Not done yet. The mirror, once a mundane object, now held a terrifying power. It seemed to pulsate, a portal to a dark and twisted world. The words, reflected endlessly in its depths, mocked their helplessness. Emily was gone, swallowed once more by the shadows. The swing set creaked in the wind, a lonely sentinel in the gathering dusk. The woods stood silent, a dark and brooding presence at the edge of town. Somewhere in its shadowed depths, Emily was waiting, watching, and the eyes in her drawings seemed to follow your every move. Not done yet.